Probably wouldn't believe if I told you what happened to me. And I really don't talk about it much anymore. But um, I started to see things before they happened and feel things and really actually influencing them to happen. You ever get deja vu? Obviously. But this was like deja vu on steroids all day, every day, 24/7 for about a month straight. I was never so scared in all my friggin' life. What I experienced was, first of all, I would get this feeling in my chest of something, some kind of inner voice. It was my own voice, obviously. I'm not saying it was somebody else talking to me or a demon. I wasn't possessed. But I'd say, oh my God, walk into a room. I'd feel the light's gonna go off. Yep, see, it went off. Then the pipes, I would feel the pipes are about to shake in the wall from the water pipes, Then I would say, oh my God, somebody's about to cough, in the next room, all day long. And at the time, I didn't say a word about it to anybody because I was afraid that I would scare the shit out of them. Anyway, a few of the big things that happened was I was watching TV one night. It was October 3rd, I think, 2003. Saw a show on the History Channel. Then popped in my head, MGM Grand, Siegfried and Roy, the White Tigers. Oh my God. One of those dudes is getting mauled by a tiger. And I knew it. It's like, that's it. And I turned the TV off. It scared me. The next day, I heard my mother listening to the news in the next room. And the news lady was like, yeah, last night, freak accident occurred. The famous Siegfried and Roy got attacked and mauled by one of the White Tigers. Still didn't tell anybody what was going on. Then I started to think that, not only think, but I knew that I was influencing all this shit to happen. Like I said, once you develop a relationship with principles, you can influence and bend them, and that's what was happening. One day I'll get into the whole deal and how I did it. Anyway, the highlight of my experience is I went to a hotel for a christening in Boston. Family's there. During the trip there, I started thinking of black holes. What causes black holes? Well, obviously, consciousness does. The observer and observer. And since me, Brandon, my consciousness that's talking to myself right now, is the only one that I know I'm aware of, I said, well, maybe I am doing it. Meanwhile, I wasn't taking any drugs then. I was 23 years old. The only thing I did was smoke weed, but I didn't do anything at this time. Anyway, so I'm thinking of black holes. I'm thinking, what if there's some guy, a schmuck on another planet, similar to Earth, who's thought himself into a black hole and destroyed the whole planet? So then, I started getting anxiety. Walk into a hotel. Ding, the lights go on. I walk into a hotel, put my bag on the floor, sat down on the bed, just like that light went off and on. I'm looking at the light on the phone, and I just said to myself, "Oh my God, the light's gonna turn off," and then it turned off. I got up and I'm like, oh God, oh my God, I'm freaking out. Now I'm really making shit turning on and off. Here's the thing, I couldn't control it. It started to manifest, like it took over. The ball was rolling and it was going so fast, I just couldn't put the brakes on. So I got up, I looked away from the light, it turned on. I saw it turn on in the corner of my eye. I looked right at it, then it turned off. And then this happened the entire time I was there, the entire weekend. Then I go over, let me watch some TV. And I turn the TV on, I was trying to distract myself. What do I see that's on is, I'm like, oh my god, Total Recall's on. I saw the chicks fighting. Boom, chicks are fighting. Turn the TV off, I go outside, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. What do I see across the street? There's a company logo, business, and it's called E=MC². I shit you not. So now I'm thinking of atom bombs. I'm like, oh my god. And I'm thinking I'm manifesting this. Which I was, believe it or not, because you are. You manifest it, believe if you like it or not. So, then, I'm really freaking out. Go to my cousins. There's 20, 30 people there. Everyone's having a party. Bullshitting. I hear every single conversation that's going on at the same time. Like, what they're saying to each other, what they're going to say. I could hear everything. I was totally present in the moment for some reason. Then I go outside. I'm trying to go out and clear my head and go out and see my cousins. Hang out with the boys, you know. As soon as I walk out there, my Uncle James, tells a story about his younger brother Billy and his experience with a haunted house. His haunted house. He said his brother walked into his new house he just purchased, walked to a room, put his arm in a closet, took his arm out, and he said his arm turned into a fucking icicle. And he's laughing. So I'm like, oh man, you know, I can't escape it, you know. So I go outside in the front by myself, and I start shaking, like, but not shaking physically. I feel something else shaking in me. And I'm saying, oh my god, here it comes. It's going to start. This is it. My mom comes out. She's like, are you okay? Are you alright? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, you know. I still didn't tell anybody. I never felt so alone and afraid in all my life. This was like spiritually afraid kind of deal. Not like just, you know, scared of shit. This is like, I felt like eternal something. Then, I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to have a few beers. That's the only thing that calmed me down. Thank God for that. Then, the only thing that helped me get over that crap is I started praying. And I mean really praying, like, with all my intention. Please, somebody, anybody, God, you know, somebody like me out there who can understand what I'm going through, help me. And a few days later, it subsided so much. That's the only thing that helped me. That is what happened to me when I was young. And another thing I wanted to tell you. Remember, this is interesting. I was sitting down on my computer at my desk, and I was having a cigarette in my room. And I saw an ash right next to me start spinning upward like. And I mean, it was going like this constantly. I shit you not. I swear to God, it was going up and up slowly, and just like a little tornado, kind of like the way DNA looks. And what's interesting about that is I started to draw DNA based on the three principles that I internalized and understood, which is the principle of abundance, the principle of balance, and the principle of cooperation. Cooperation being love, balance being obviously balance, and abundance being infinity. That's it. Or, you know, God, infinite love. So I put these, I drew three circles, representing each one. I put a bunch of dots in one, representing abundance. I drew a circle with a line, a squiggly, you know, little staircase going around it, representing that line of balance with everything flowing around it. The other one, I put two lines together representing two entities, kind of in a dance. So I drew them all together, and I'm like, oh my god, this looks like DNA. I didn't know I was going to draw DNA. But I'm like, okay. So a few days later, I said,